drop your top and how you lose your cool and how you look at me to say why. Ain't no fighting, no I can't stop it.
Hi my darlings, and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another Wine Wednesday. If you're new here, my name is Breakup. If you are a returning subscriber, hey my loves, and welcome back to another video. If you do not know already, Wine Wednesday is a segment on my channel where my beautiful darlings get to ask me questions that are stressing them in their lives, and I try to answer them. I try to answer them. One thing about me, when I have a sit down, I can't speak, but I try to answer them to my the best of my abilities. Today, unfortunately, it is so cold that I'm not having wine, but I'm having tea. Somebody even said, since it's winter, let's make it Tea Wednesday, but it's Wine Wednesday with XL. But yeah, so if you're new here, that is what essentially Wine Wednesday is, and I hope you do enjoy it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But without further ado, let's not waste any time. Let's get straight to the question. Oh, sorry, small disclaimer, I am not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, I am not a therapist, I'm not a psychologist, I am not a psychiatrist. I'm just Oli, who is here to help my darlings in need of some big sister advice, if you want to call it. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there before anybody comes to me and says, but you said I must. No, I'm not that. Okay, let's get started, guys. Okay, so the first one is how did you cope from teenage pregnancy, if you don't mind? Guys, personally speaking, I had the most amazing support system. You know, my mom was amazing throughout my pregnancy, from when we found out until, you know, when Gusani was born. It was a lot of support from that side, you know, so I couldn't feel it as much. I don't know if feel it as much means like makes sense, but I couldn't what's the word? I was less stressed about it because there was so much like moral support for my family, and with me, my family especially, it's a family of women, like my aunts and them and stuff. So I felt a lot of love from them. So that's how I mainly cope with it. But also, to be completely honest with you, when I fell pregnant, I was in high school. I was in matric, finishing my matric. So once I was done with matric, now I was supposed to go to varsity, right? Obviously, I had to leave my child and go to varsity and go to school. So I think everything was just taken away from me, in a sense of school just took everything out, and I was focusing on school. And I'm not saying it's in a bad way, but I didn't have that thing, Yoguti, I have to take care of a child because my son was back home with my mom and I was in school. You get what I'm saying? Bless her heart. So I don't know, honestly speaking, what it's like. So I don't want to lead you astray, but all I can say is the support that I had during the pregnancy, though, was incredible. You know, my family was there for me, so I couldn't, that's what I'm saying, I couldn't feel it as much, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think if you have the support from your family, especially from your partner, let's not take away from the fact that, guys, you can have all the support in the world, but if the support that you want the most comes from the one person that you created this beautiful baby with, it's gonna mean 10 times more. You get what I'm saying? So just pray to have a loving family, man, that's gonna be there for you. You get me? That's gonna be there for you, and you won't feel alone in this, because I feel like when you have a baby when you're young, it's like society just shuts you out. But at the end of the day, yes, we did something that we're not supposed to do, but let it be a learning curve for everybody, you know. So having the support from your family means a whole lot. Trust me, a whole lot. So the next one is creating boundaries with friends. How do you go about that? I think to some extent you should be telling your friends what you want them to know, and then keep some things to yourself. In as much as some people believe that you should share everything, I really don't. You know, obviously with some things I share a lot with my best friend. You know, I tell her almost everything, but some things I really do keep to myself. I feel like as human beings we should never overshare, because that is literally a crazy concept. Oversharing, crazy. So that's how you create boundaries, because I mean, if they don't know everything about you, it's okay. Let me make an example. If you are going to go to your friend and tell them that you had a fight with your boyfriend or you whatever, right, and then you talk about him, yeah, I had a fight with my boyfriend, blah blah blah, and then next thing you get back with your boyfriend, the friend is gonna be like, You're the same person that hated him last week, but now you're back with him together. So you see that boundary. You need to set a boundary because you don't speak about your relationship to your friends. That's why I'm saying some things you don't have to speak about to your friends. You really do not have to speak about them to your friends. Go talk to a therapist. Go do something. So I think that's how you create boundaries. Not oversharing, because that's where everything goes left. You know what I'm saying? But so creating a boundary where you don't overshare every aspect of your life, I feel, because people like being judgmental is, I think it's in every one of us, even though you might not like out with it and say it. But I mean, I'm gonna side eye you if I see you go back to that man, the same man that you were saying you hate him for the rest of your life. You get what I'm saying? So create that boundary, some form of respect as well, by not talking about your relationship. I think that's one thing that I've learned personally, that not talking about your relationship is literally so respectful to your partner, because at the end of the day, we're human beings, guys. We can fight and we'll go back to each other. You get what I'm saying? But also with women especially, I feel like it's girl talk, man, to be like, friend, you know, he's hurting me. But you literally will go back to him and you guys are going to fix stuff. So in terms of that, I just think don't overshare. Create a boundary of not oversharing. Okay? Yeah. The third one is, I have a big nose and now I have a low self-esteem. How do I pause from that? Guys, I've had a big nose for 28 years. At some days, I just feel like it's bigger than the other days. Some days I just feel like, you know what, this nose makes me cute. Some days I'm just like, why is this so flat? When it comes to your body, I don't think it's body dysmorphia, but I just feel like it's constant changes of feeling, constant changes of how you view yourself. There's days when you're on your period, you don't feel like yourself, and then you look at yourself in the mirror, just like, fuck, also this nose is so big. There's days where you beat your face for the gods, and then when you look at in the mirror, you're just like, damn, this nose is beautiful. So I just think it's constant changes in our lives. It's not really body dysmorphia, especially in women. So with me, honestly speaking, I always say, if you can change something, then guys, I what's this, I was doing my hair, right? So I was cutting some of the layers. Some of the hair is literally stabbing me right now. It's so itchy. I'm sorry if you see me do this. What I'm saying is, if you have some form of a body part that you can't change, it's literally pointless busy dwelling on it, because it's going to eat you up. It's going to eat you up mentally, it's going to eat you up psychologically, that you can't change it. But if you have the means to change it, then by all means, you know, I don't want to say hate, because hate is such a strong word. I didn't like the way my body was, so I did what? I went to go get a new body, you know. So if you have the means to change something that you don't like, then by all means do it. But then for now, if you can't change it, then you have to go on the bandwagon of having to accept yourself the way you are. Because if you're not going to do that, you're going to be constantly going off at yourself on how your body looks, on how you are, this and this and that. And that's not healthy. So I always say this, if you can change something, by all means, go ahead. But if you can't change it, then you can't dwell on it. You really can't dwell on something you can't change, you know. So that's my advice to you about your nose, my babe. And another thing is, I think I can't say self-confidence is skyrocketing, but to some extent you have to tell yourself that, okay, I'm beautiful, this is my nose, this has been my nose for the past 28 years. If I can't change it, then that's that, you know. So telling yourself, I don't know, guys, it did something for me, because you guys know I've been very transparent about my nose. But for me to take a camera, put it in my face and vlog, that should tell you something. Kind of sort of accepted it. I mean, there's days where I look at when I'm editing and I'm just like, damn, why is it so big today? And then there's days where I'm just like, you actually look cute, you know. So that's what I'm saying. It's just days that you have. I don't want to, like, just like today when I was finished doing my makeup, I said, what? I looked at myself in the mirror, I said, what? You look at me right now and say, what? Exactly. So you just have your days. So you just have to accept it. If you can't change it, or go and have it fixed, my love. All right, thanks. The next one is, hi Miss XO, I'm 22 and I recently went to consult with a medium. Found out that my current boyfriend is my future husband, but there's some sort of witchcraft in my bloodline that will prevent this. Any advice? Let me tell you something, and you can take this however you want to take it. If it resonates, bless you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I personally feel like I've been to 4 mediums, 4 or 5. We've been to 1, Remember there was one in Randburg, there was one in North Riding. I remember I came to North Riding when I was still staying in Pretoria, and then there was one in Pretoria, and then there's the one, yeah, and then there's the one that I have now. I've been to 4 mediums. They all told me the same thing about your bloodline, yada 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 yada. And then my 5th one said to me, sometimes mediums, also sometimes sangoma, tell you something that you want to hear, and then you put it in your head to be like, they're actually right, because why haven't I had a proper relationship all the time? Guys, I honestly feel like in this world there's somebody for somebody. You can go and travel and come back and whatever. There is somebody for there's somebody for nebundu wemundu everywhere. You know, I have my person, you have your person, all of us have our people. So I just feel like this whole thing, it might be a little bit of a scam to me, but and mind you, I said to me. So what you need to do is, honestly speaking, pray about it. Also, I do not think a medium can see that far in the future where they see marriage. But if you feel like this person is one that you want to get married to, please pray for the relationship. Pray over it. And when it ends, please don't think malloy or anything like that. Sometimes, you know, some things are not meant to be. And sometimes people come into our lives for us to learn a lesson and they keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I strongly don't believe in guloya. I've seen it with my own eyes, but I don't believe in it, honestly speaking. That sounds crazy, but I just feel like, I don't know, man. Especially if it's something that has to, because when you go to a medium or sangom, yeah, I see someone is trying to one of your, it's always the friends, it's always the relationship. Yeah, one of your friends is jealous of you. Guys, all of them have told me the same thing. And if a relationship of mine ends, I know what made it end. I know what made it end. It can't be something. Every single relationship of mine that is ended was because of a reason. Yeah, if my loyal, obviously things just don't make sense, and you know. But I just think that that's bogus, man. That's to keep you around. Because when she said to you, okay, fine, it's because of witchcraft in your bloodline, what was then the conclusion? What was the conclusion? What are you supposed to do? If it involves money, because I remember one of my mediums said to me, yeah, I have to make a spell for you. I have to do this. You just have to pay extra. I said, I left that medium alone. So I really and really strongly don't believe in, you know, if you want to, you can go consult to a sangom and hear what they said. But I also believe in prayer. I really do. I really, really do. And I feel like because you do believe in mediums, I might just share my medium with you. I don't share my medium with anybody, by the way, because I once shared her number. People were just texting her and asking her about me. That's when I knew. So with you, I might just share my medium. Maybe you might get some clarity, because my medium will never tell you about things by a lawyer and stuff like that. She'll tell you what to do. I remember with me, I just didn't share this with you guys. With me, I don't know if you watched my vlog. The week before I got into, it wasn't a car accident, but my car got scratched. Had I moved a little bit further to the right, I think the whole part would have been scratched. She said to me, I see something happening to your car, but you'll try prevent it, but something small will happen. She said this. I'm sharing this with you now because it actually did happen. So she said to me, take coarse salt, take cinnamon, put it in a little cup, close the cup, put it at the boot of the car. The car will get a little damaged, but it won't be compared to what I'm seeing now, you know? Lo and behold, a week later, I was vlogging this. Obviously, I'm saying this now in a sense of I was vlogging this because I knew that, damn, she told me. I literally, when I stopped the car and I was like, I literally just got scratched by a truck. She was like, yes, had you just moved to the right, that truck would have taken your whole side. I literally stopped the car and I vlogged. I said, guys, a truck just scratched. You guys saw the vlog. So when I called her, she was like, yes, the cinnamon, whatever. She believed in it and I believed in it because she made me believe in it. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like you have to believe in something in order for it to happen. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, you should just consider that part and let me know. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, the next one is, what do you do when a man changes how he treats you once he finds out you have money? Men are natural providers. So when a man finds out that you have money and then he starts acting funny, I just think you should run. Sprinkle, sprinkle. honestly run. Because why would now my finances be a stumbling block for you to now take care of me because you've seen how much money I make? Also, I just feel like that should empower you as a man to work hard to be able to take care of me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You know? So, guys, you think Jay-Z cares about how much Beyonce makes? You think Jay-Z doesn't buy Beyonce flowers? You think Jay-Z doesn't buy Beyonce gifts because she makes a whole lot of money? I'm almost certain he makes the same amount of money, but I mean, you get my point. So, this one is intimidated by your success. So, I think it's best you just run for your life, my love. Because if a man is not going to take care of you, despite how much money you have, guys, I'm itching, fuck. Sorry. If your man is not going to take care of you, despite how much money you make, then what are we doing? You get me? Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Let me be with a man that sees goes, okay, cool, I make 60 million a year, sorry. But he still goes out of his way to take me out, buy me gifts, do this, do that. Because that's my man. My man. So if this man does not step out, then I'm sorry. Find yourself another man. Because can't be out here looking at my finances and judging me according to how you treat me financially. No, doesn't work like that. But I'd always say that have the conversation first to be like, why are my finances rather a stumbling block for you to treat me any less? You know? If you can just hear that the answer is as, please run. Run. Alright? Next one is, I see my boyfriend once a month. When I go visit him, let's say 2 days, we only have sex twice in those 2 days. This is really frustrating. I've tried talking to him, but no change. The sex is 4 out of 10. Sex drive is 0.5 out of 10. Listen. If there's one thing that is important in a relationship, I was watching Grace and Frankie. Frankie is 70 years old. She recently got married. I don't know if you guys watch Grace and Frankie on Netflix. Love her. Love them. Grace is 70 years old. She recently got married, right? And I don't know, they were having sex and then something happened. I think he fell asleep or he yawned, something like that. She called her partner Nick. I think his name is Nick. Yeah, he called Nick, sat down with him and told him what happened. And then Nick was like, I'm not bored with you, but it's just that I'm too old for that, right? Guys, they're 70 years old, but I feel like once you're 70, you shouldn't even have sex. They're 70 years old, but they still have sex. We are so young that this exercise should be everyday thing. And I feel like when you sit down with your partner and you communicate these feelings, that's when everything is going to be okay, because he sees to be like, okay, cool, something is not right. My girlfriend doesn't like this. And me as a man, I feel like I need to go out of my way, especially when it comes to sex, guys. A lot of relationships, marriages, whatever, when communication is a barrier, nothing is going to go right. Because if I'm not going to sit my man down and be like, babe, I don't like it when you take my leg and you put it that side. No. Guys, sex is so important in a relationship because I just feel like it brings you guys closer together. If you guys are not having sex, what? Where is he getting it then? Where are you getting it? You know? So I feel first sit down with him and have the conversation to be like, babe, I don't enjoy sex this much. Like, this is what is happening. Can we try new things, whatever? If he's willing to go out of his way to make you happy and try new things, but also I think you are the one, because you're the one that wrote this. You are the one that loves the sex, I'm assuming. If he's willing to sit down to be like, okay, cool. This is why I don't have sex as much with you when you're here, because maybe I'm just coming back from work, I'm tired, 1 2 3. It kind of sort of makes sense. But then if you don't hear properly what he's saying, then you can be like, this is not making sense, you know. Huge person. Like, guys, I don't know, I feel like when you even look at your partner, you should be like sexually, your drive should even hit the roof to be like, damn, this man is sexy or stuff like that. So if it's not happening, either he's getting it somewhere else or it's just not there anymore, you know. You need to have a conversation with him, to sit him down and be like, our sex life is going to dust. How are we going to revive it? If you guys talk about it and you come to a conclusion to be like, okay, cool, we're going to make it work, we're going to try new things, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, you guys can take it from there. And also, if you do talk about it and nothing still happens, I just think that's when you should have the option to be like, you know what, I'm gonna have to bounce, because guys, I don't care what anybody else says. Intimacy in a relationship is so important. It's so important. I get the whole physical touch, whatever. Sex is very important. I don't care what anybody says. Sex is very important in a relationship. So sit him down, communicate your needs, tell him what's happening, tell him that you don't feel some way, 1, 2, 3, and if he changes, bless his heart, but if it doesn't, then, because even worse, you guys are in a long distance relationship, you should be humping like freaking rabbits when you see each other, I mean I should know, but so the fact that it's a long distance relationship, and when you see each other, it doesn't happen like that. Something ain't right. Your nigga's getting it somewhere else. I can tell you that much. So be careful. Be careful. Exactly. The next one is hi Miss Exo. Am I being weird for loving? Hey, am I being weird for loving anal over vaginal penetration? I hope I'm not the only one. Is she the only one? Guys, I'm sorry. I am scared of my life, in my life, just my life. I'm scared of anal, and I'm not scared of the pain. Lenzaba yokuthi kophuma Simba. Hayi. Simba fanele ahambe aye jungle. Not in my anus. No. No. Guys, I can't. I'm scared of it. That's the thing. My pain tolerance is high. I have 60 million tattoos. But anal? Aye. Just chocolate coming. Kissing for me in the chocolate. No. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I cannot do it. But the fact that you love anal over vaginal penetration, I don't think you're the only one personally. I really don't think you're the only one. We all have different things that we love. We all have different things that entice us, that make us happy. We all have different things that different things that we like. So I'm assuming you just want validation that you're not the only one. I'm assuming people here are going to answer and say, yeah, you're not the only one. But personally, for me, anal is a no-go area. I will not do that one. I'd rather die than do anal. I can't do it. I really can't do it. So, excuse me. If you do love anal, then that's still fine. But guys, isn't anal painful also? Like, it is painful. And I've heard from a gay friend. Please don't think it's simple, because you guys are gonna go start asking him nonsense. It's not him. I heard from a gay friend of mine a long time ago. He says before they have sex, he has to eat mabruklaksi, and then he finally akake ashege, so that there's nothing up there. The admin of now I must eat bruklax and I can't do her. Just leave me alone. I can't do her. I'm sorry, I can't do her. So yeah, if you enjoy anal, good for you. But for me personally, I can't do her. I'm sorry. Hurt. The next one is, all my relationships ended the same way. Am I the problem? Should I self-introspect? The thing is, I don't know how they ended. That's the problem. Let's just start there. With me, I can make a prime example. My ex, for my previous relationships, you guys remember B was the most terrible human being I've ever met in my life. It ended because I found the strength to finally leave, right? Terrible human being. And then the other one cheated, and then the other one cheated, right? I will not stand for cheating. I'm sorry. If my man is cheating on me, I am out like a light. I can't stand cheating, So I know how it ended. It ended with them cheating on me. So I'm not gonna sit here and stand for that. You get what I'm saying? So with you, when you say it ended the same way, I wonder how. So I'm gonna make a prime example. If you feel like your relationships are ending because maybe the guys are not meeting you halfway, maybe the guy you feel like he's lying, he's not consistent, he's not thoughtful, he's not this, maybe that's why you end your relationships, Because I feel like thoughtfulness in relationship is so key. It's so nice having somebody say to you, I saw this and I thought of you. It feels amazing, you know. So I don't know how relationships ended. That's why I can't be in depth with my answer for you, because what if it ended physical, you know what I'm saying, God forbid, then you know that they are the problem, because if anybody puts their hands on you, you know. So I don't know how they ended, but I like the fact that you also say, should I self-introspect, which maybe you should, you know. But sometimes, guys, men are the problem. I'm sorry, men are the problem sometimes. So maybe they were the problem and not you. So sometimes it's just good to sit by yourself and be like, okay, cool, what went wrong in the first one, what went wrong in the second one? With you said both of them ended in the same way, so I wonder which way was that. You get what I'm saying? So I hope you actually do introspect. Is the fact that you want to self-introspect, that is a good start, but also you need to look at what they did as well, in order to be like, okay, cool, if he cheated, if he did this, if he did that, then you can be like, it's actually them and not me. So yeah, I hope so. The next one is, hi Miss XO, I am a 23-year-old contemplating whether starting a relationship with a 37-year-old is ideal. Please advise. He seems genuine and his intentions are as well. The thing is, I don't know if I'm gonna be can't say age is nothing but a number because we've seen a lot of relationships of people older dating and stuff like that, and it actually does work. Honestly speaking, 23 is a bit young, yeah, for a 37-year-old man. But hey, I don't know, hey. The thing is, I've been in a situation where I dated somebody way older than me, only to find out that they were grooming me. That man was so old, I don't even want to say how old it was, and I was so young. I had just started my first year in varsity. So only to find out that, this person was actually grooming me, you know. So I don't know, man. The age difference is a bit wild for me. But I mean, if you love this person, there's one thing you can't tell a woman who's in love what to do. You can't tell a man with money what to do. So if you want to go ahead, then by all means, I'm not going to stop you. But I just think older men target young women because there's some form of grooming there going on, which I don't understand. So entirely up to you how you feel about the situation. But honestly speaking, it's not for me. It won't work. Honestly speaking, it won't work, you know. Maybe I'm speaking because mine didn't work, because I found out later that, damn, he's actually grooming me. But, you know, so yeah. Okay, the last one is, let's talk about the psychological problems women go through after a breakup. Women are emotional human beings. Women are... Sorry. I feel like Yanla drinking tea and telling you advice. Women are emotional beings, you know. We invest so much emotionally because we are just emotional beings. You know what I'm saying? With men, they just want loyalty, they just want respect. I just feel like men do invest, yes, but not as much as we do. You know, so that's why it takes a toll on us when a relationship ends. Like, we cry for months on end. We do get better, yes, but guys, it takes years. I remember it took me 2 years to get over somebody. So women are emotional beings, and we do need that patience. You need to be patient with yourself, you know. And I would highly recommend doing something that takes your mind off things. Be it a hobby, be reading a book, guys, I hate reading. I don't know, judge me if you want. I hate reading so much. But I remember when I was going through a breakup, I even went to go buy that book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. What a horrible book. What a horrible book. I hate that book so much. I think that book made me even hate reading even more, you know. But I finished it because I was just like, I need to take my mind off things. Guys, I was reading that book until I fall asleep, so that I can just cancel out this feeling that I'm having in my system, in my head about this man, you know. So I just hope you do things that make you happy. Do things that take your mind off things. Get hobbies. Paint if you want to paint. I'm gonna make a prime example of Grace and Frankie again. Frankie went to go paint. Whenever she's filming something, she goes and paints. She goes and paints. Even if she paints an apple, she's gonna take her time to paint that apple, so that when she comes back, she'll be like, yeah, I was painting this apple, and look at how beautiful it turned out. So do something that will take your mind off things. You know what I'm saying? Have a hobby. take yourself out on dates, guys. I even saw Tiwa Savage. If you follow her, I was watching a story. Obviously she uploaded, I think it's her man or something like that, and then she said, I've discovered to do a lot of things by myself. I think she said she went to lunch by herself. The way she loved it, she's gonna go on vacation by herself. So sometimes doing things by yourself, it heals you and it teaches you how to actually love yourself. Taking yourself out on dates, buying yourself flowers, a young vacation, you're gonna be like, actually, this is the way that I want to be loved. I want to love myself like this, you know. So if you love yourself like that and then a partner comes, they have to add on it. So do things that make you happy in the meantime that you are single, so that when someone else comes, they know that this is how you want to be treated. This is how you will not settle for anything. You get what I'm saying? So I just think women go through a lot. Exactly. But we come out of it better. Men don't even want to feel. That's why they go and hurt another person, because they don't want to feel. With us, we feel, we hurt, and then when we get into a new one, it's bliss, because we've healed from the previous one. So, well, not all of us, some of us, you know. So I just think it's best taking time out to heal, focus on your mental health, see a therapist if you have to. You guys know I highly recommend therapy, so that you can be at that point in your life you're just like, should it happen, that is all good. It really is. So yeah, I hope that does help you, and I hope you do take something from me or whatever that we just spoke about. Yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on the next Wine Wednesday. I can't believe I can't drink alcohol because it's cold, and also I'm on a diet. But yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We are heading to new questions next week. I'm going to be asking my beautiful subscribers to share their questions with me, because I have literally completed all those. Yeah, I hope you guys do like this video. I will see you on my next one. Bye, my darlings.